Coming up on Blaze Reaction News, let's see how our blazing local artists punk out at their underground venues, and stay tuned to see how to fix your LLC. Today is Cinco de Mayo, and Blaze Reaction News starts now. Manny, bro, come on, please, just one time, just this one time.
No, dude, no.
Dog, trust me, it'll be funny.
Dude, I'm not gonna do it.
Bro, it's literally Cinco de Mayo.
Buenas tardes, Blazers. Hoy es 5 de mayo y yo soy Manny.
Y yo soy Anakin.
Espero que coman algo auténtico hoy.
Pues vivimos en El Paso, no puede ser tan duro.
Oye, ¿sabías que los Estados Unidos gastan más dinero en 5 de mayo?
¿De veras? ¿Cómo?
Es mucho fiesta.
¿Sabías que mucho fiesta fuera de la escuela te puede dar mucho LLC?
Claro. Y vamos a ver qué puedes hacer cuando tú tienes LLC. With the end of the year approaching, the final LLC deadline is also drawing near. Take the time to complete any LLC you may have left with the teachers available after school and on the weekend.
So, Mr. Hernandez and myself both do loss of credit. I typically do the Saturdays from 8 to 4 now. So we're running a full day. So on Saturdays, someone can get a full 8 hours. Monday through Thursday, we typically do 2 hours after school. That'll be in Mr. Hernandez's room in the I think it's D5016, D5017.
If you have any outstanding LLC, especially if you are a senior, this is your final chance to complete any LLC.
In order for seniors to make sure that all of that gets processed in time for graduation, the deadline is going to be May 19th. So all of that needs to be resolved before then.
If you're trying to clear your LLC right now, it's important not to get any more.
There's fewer than 25 days remaining for people to be able to get their dual credit done. And when you think about it, guys, that's not a whole lot of time. So those of you that have a whole bunch of hours, you need to take advantage of the time that you have. But students that are already sitting at about 20, 25 hours or even more than that, 50, 60 hours, if you have continued absences, you're going to be continuing to accumulate loss of credit hours, and it's going to be almost impossible to get those completed before. Your best bet, honestly, is to just make good choices and show up to class. The time that you're in class, is time that you should be using to complete all of your work and all that stuff, not coming and spending time with us after school or on Saturdays. So just be smart and don't be skipping class. Come to school as much as possible.
If you need to start completing LLC, come to the main office, and in front of the LLC specialist, there are logs to pick up.
But don't lose your logs. Get your logs turned in, because if you do lose your log, that's pretty much going to be on you. And also, another piece of advice that I would give a student is to make a copy of your log before you submit it, to take a picture of it before you submit it, because if anything does happen to it, you need that as a backup.
Complete that LLC, especially you seniors.
Wow, no sabía que hablabas inglés, Manny. Ok, bueno, pues Manny, ¿por qué no calaste a Mr. America?
Pues yo soy junior y necesitabas hacer senior para participar, pero parecía divertido.
Wow, sí, de veras. Vamos a ver los resultados de Mr. y Miss Americas.
At this time, please help me welcome our very special guests.
My lover stands on golden sands and watches the ships that go sailing somewhere beyond the sea. She's there watching for me. If I could fly like birds on high and straight to her arms, I'd go sailing. It's far beyond the stars near.
America's teachers really are the best in the West. Remember to go all out. On Monday, wear red, white, and blue. On Tuesday, make sure to wear farmers and flannels. On Wednesday, put on your favorite Texan jerseys. On Thursday, everything's bigger in Texas, make sure to wear oversized clothing. And on Friday, go all out. Make sure to wear your favorite cowboy boots and hats. Happy Principal's Day. Thank you, Ms. Torres, for all the amazing hard work you do.
Es bueno ver que la América Stuco hace mucho por National Principals Day.
Y no se los olvidan, Blazers, que la próxima semana es Teacher Appreciation Week.
Los profes hacen mucho para prepararnos para la vida después de la prepa.
Vamos a ver cómo Career Prep te ayuda para una carrera profesional.
Have you ever felt lost, not knowing what to do with your future and not knowing where to put your efforts? Well, fear no more. Here we have solutions to your problems. This is Mr. Gano from Career Prep to help you figure out your career plans.
My name is Mr. Cano, and my class is called Career Preparation Class. So the goal is to teach students how to tackle real-world problems like finding a job, getting a promotion, maybe negotiating a salary, or knowing when it's the best time to jump ship and find another employer. Here in school we have what is called sponsors. We have a lot of employers that are looking for employees all the time. They'll reach out to us and we get students placed to work with them. So they're gaining real-world experience by working in a job similar to what they want to do when they graduate. Most of the time I see students struggling deciding what to do. There's just way too many options on what to do when you leave high school. The thing is, you have time, but the sooner you make a choice, the better. My advice to these students would be to focus on a single goal. Let's say you want to become a realtor in the future, then that is the long-term goal. Start taking steps now towards that future. So if you need to get a certification, you need to go to school, that's what you're going to do next.
Thank you, Mr. Cano. And don't forget, Blazers, you can also visit the counselors to talk about your after high school plans. Do you have any plans after high school? Where do you see yourself in the next 10 years?
Vamos a parar por un momento.
Pero no van a ningún lado. Regresamos después de los anuncios.
Hey Blazers, I'm pretty sure we're familiar with Cinco de Mayo. Usually consists of piñatas, sombreros, and lots of laughter. But what's the real meaning behind Cinco de Mayo? Here's Miss Ibarra to tell us the real reason why Cinco de Mayo is such a big celebration for the Mexican culture.
The celebration is for the Battle of Puebla, which is a battle that the Mexicans won against the French. And the big thing about that was that they were outnumbered, so it wasn't expected that they would win. So that's really the historical part of it.
The big part of the celebration behind Cinco de Mayo. The holiday gained popularity during the Chicano movement in the 1960s and 70s. Cinco de Mayo became a rallying call for Cesar Chavez and the Civil Rights Movement. By the late 1980s, companies began commercializing the holiday. That's all I have for Cinco de Mayo, Blazers. Remember, stay safe and enjoy the food. This is Shamar signing out.
Join Art Club today. If interested, contact Ms. Lang at jlang@sisd.net or go to room E4001.
Seniors, do you want to leave something behind as your final high school year comes to an end? From now until May 12th, you can record your 10-second senior shoutout to play at graduation. Senior shoutouts can be recorded in room C204 before school, after school, and during 3rd, 4th, 7th, and 8th periods. Spots are limited, so come record as soon as possible to ensure your video will be seen at graduation.
What are you capable of creating? Thousands of students walk the halls of America every day. You have yet to scratch the surface of your potential. Within these walls, there are writers, culinary artists, and beauty artists. We have talented actors, painters, doodlers, and drawers, musicians of all sorts. There are singers, and there are dancers. We have craftsmen and technicians, photographers, and videographers. You may only seem like children now, but you are all responsible for creating and inspiring the future. The only thing that can truly stop you is yourself. But each and every one of you are capable of unbelievable creation. So the question is not what are you capable of creating, but what will you create next?
Bienvenidos de nuevo, Blazers.
Manny, yo siempre he querido estar en una banda.
¿Como rock?
Sí, pero más como estilo punk rock.
¿Qué es punk?
¿De veras? Hay muchos artistas locales que tocan punk.
¿De verdad?
Sí.
Vamos a ver cómo tocan las bandas de punk.
Sensations make me feel the pleasures of an old man. These sensations vary and so sweet them for another day.
Girl, you really got me going. You got me so I don't know what I'm doing. Got me so I can't sleep at night. Yeah, you really got me now. You got me so I don't know what I'm doing. Oh yeah, you really got me now. You got me so I can't sleep at night. You really got me. You really got me. You really got me. See, don't ever set me free. I always wanna be by your side.
Wow, eso se parecía bien a sudoroso.
¿Sabes dónde suda más la gente?
En los deportes.
Vamos con Sam, con los deportes.
What's up? This is Sam with your Blazer Sports. We've had a wild month. Our varsity baseball and softball teams have been bringing it on from the outfield. Starting with our boys varsity baseball. Congratulations for once again being district champions. Our boys victoriously faced off against Eastlake with a score of 15-5. Then, they toppled Pebble Hills Empire with a score of 12-3. They defeated Eastwood in action with a score of 11-3. Unfortunately, their streak ended in a game against El Dorado with a score of 10-0. But they soon found themselves back on top again after they took a win against Coronado with a score of 11-1. And lastly, they boxed in the Bulldogs and beat Socorro with a score of 7-1. Right now, the team is currently in a playoff tournament against Midland Legacy from out of city. Be sure to back them up at their next game tomorrow. Now on to our varsity softball. Their overall record is 19-18. Our girls put up a fight against El Dorado, but lost with a score of 15-5. However, they showed no mercy to Coronado and yielded a winning score of 13-3. They came out triumphant in a close game against Socorro with a score of 4-3. Amazingly, they turned the tables on El Dorado with a score of 18-8. They knocked down Pebble Hills with a score of 12-2. Our girls marched off to the state playoffs, their opponent being Permian. They took a loss on their first game with a score of 9-1. Yet, they finished the playoffs with a final winning score of 16-6. Though they did not win state, they've more than proved their skill and ardor. Now, let's congratulate some of our trailblazers in track and field. The victors who made it to regionals are Ibukun Adeniran for the long jump and Diego Romero for the 800 meter. Great job, Blazers. Well, that does it for this week. I'm Sam, and this has been your Blazer Sports.
Attention Blazers! America's Theater will now be performing Aladdin for their very last play of the year. On May 12th and 13th at 6:30 p.m., tickets will be sold at the door for $5 and may be bought in advance for $7.
Es todo para esta semana, Blazers.
Van a divertir la fin de semana. Tratan de apoyar a los artistas locales. Van a ir a un concierto.
Yo soy Manuel.
Y yo soy Anakin.
Espero que les haya gustado. Y este era
Blazer Action News.